My name is Joe Miller. I'm the Executive Secretary of GBIF, the Global Biodiversity Information Facility. We're an infrastructure that brings together data and people about biodiversity. We're organized from a secretariat in Copenhagen, but the foundation of GBIF is this global network of nodes that we have from countries all over the world. We are an open infrastructure in which we make it easy for organizations and people to share data about biodiversity. Basically, the simple question is, what is it, where is it, and when was it found? So organizations from all over the world share that data with us, and we have this really a unique infrastructure that's able to put data sets together, so over 70,000 different data sets together into one infrastructure. And our colleagues in Latin America are providing data from, of course, all over Latin America and the Caribbean region. Of course, a very high biodiverse area with the Amazon and the Andes in particular. These are very important nodes, historically very high data users from the GBIF network. So especially there's a very strong history of strong graduate students from Latin America and the Caribbean downloading lots of data and using it for research purposes. But also the data that people are putting into this global network from all over the world is used not only for scientific research, but also for policy initiatives. We work with nations around the world to provide information about biodiversity for nations to use for scientific and policy relevance. Another action that we perform is that we work very closely with data holding institutions. So what that means is natural history museums, universities, government agencies, people on the ground doing biodiversity work, citizen scientists. And at the governance level within GBIF, we work with the ministerial level. So the ministers who are responsible for policy in the countries. So what we try to do as well is try to bring the top down and the bottom up and meet with our ability to raise data at the local level, but also trying to influence and tell people at the policy level the relevance of data. Sometimes it's difficult for the data providers to have that influence. We try to do that through the COP and through the Convention for Biological Diversity to show and tell the governments how their data is being used. And so hopefully we can influence the top down, and we know we have the influence in the bottom up to really have an integrated discussion about biodiversity data that is critical in order for us to respond to the biodiversity crisis.